Hey everybody, it's Lydia. Happy Monday. I wanted to share a little bit about how I keep my week on the smooth when it comes to food. And I know everyone's going to have different needs, different situations, but here's a couple of strategies that I have for myself. And every week I get an email on, what is it, Saturday? For my upcoming meal plan, and I usually do some prep and planning on Sundays. So here's my meal plan from Real Plans that they send me every week. Okay, so I get an email, and then I get to go over to Real Plans in their login members area. Okay, so you get to see this cool meal planner. And right now I'm chatting with the support because I am trying to find out how to make some tweaks to my meal plan. So that's a really cool feature when you get your meal plans. So let's go look at what I've got for this week. I selected a Whole30, which is basically gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, grain-free, all this stuff. And the reason why I selected that was because I eat that way for my breakfast and lunch for the most part. And then dinners, I may add in some other things for the kids. So I actually use Real Plans more for myself and then my family dinners. Now, you may choose to use it for your whole family or you and your partner, your spouse, whatever. Or a lot of times I have clients who need to be on a specific dietary framework. And so this is a great way to get some help when you're getting started on cleaning up your diet, or you have a specific diet your practitioner wants you on, or you all of a sudden you need to go gluten-free and you're like, I have no clue what to make and I want to eat real food. So you can see, here's my week for this week, May 14th through May 20th. And you can see kind of like what it looks like when you go in there, what you're going to get. So for breakfast, I get to click, and this is the recipe. They also label everything. So this is AIP, which also means it's going to be gluten-free, dairy-free as well. AIP stands for autoimmune paleo, which is a popular dietary framework for people who have autoimmune health issues. And then for my lunch, I'm going to get 2 recipes here. So I might want to prep some of this stuff on the weekends. Some people aren't able to cook their lunches. So some people may only want to use 2 of the meals a day and save leftovers for their lunch the next day, things like that. But the cool thing is you can customize it, and you can use every single solitary recipe if you want, or pick and choose. All right. So I went into the chat box over here because I said, hey, I'm wondering how I can shift my meal plan to include more veggie sides and more variety, because I ended up with sweet potatoes, sweet potatoes, sweet potatoes, and sweet potatoes. So I'm trying to tweak that. Some people may not mind that. I don't want to eat sweet potatoes 5 times a week. I want a little more variety. Now, I'm creative enough to know I could do carrots or squash or something else. So that would be really easy for me to sub out, just use a similar recipe, only change the vegetable. So, for me, I use this as a template. I don't always follow every recipe to a T, but for somebody who's, not as intuitive in the kitchen or not like a savvy cook, and you just don't want to figure all this stuff out yourself, this is so handy for you. You also get a cool timeline. So every day you kind of know the steps you need to take. So Saturday you get to go shopping, do a little prep, steps that are really easy. You could even put this on a timer on your phone. The app sends you reminders, by the way, which is super cool. So it's just really, really helpful because some people don't know all the steps leading up to cooking a meal or preparing a meal or whatever. And that's where I think everybody gets kind of side railed is not taking that prep time ahead to plan your meals, and then you end up in a hurry and stressed out and eating junk or running off to getting takeout or whatever and spending more money, more time. It's more stressful. So, the beauty behind this service is not just, recipes. It's like the whole kit and caboodle. It teaches you, or it just takes all the work out of it for you in terms of how to plan and prepare. And then it gives you a shopping list. So you just can take this with you. And if you're using the app on your phone, it's all right there. So you don't even have to print it out. You just have it on your phone and you can go through the store and get everything that you need. Okay, so I am going back to go over to settings. And I chose for my diet a Whole30. And he's asking me all these questions over here because we're trying to tweak it. But what's really cool is that, let's say you have another food group that you need to avoid. Let's say it's a food that's allowed on the Whole30. And you can choose other things. Like, so for me, I want to avoid onions. Onions are not my friend right now. So I'm going to go find all the onion options and get them out of there. Now that's going to change my meal plans significantly, because if you aren't aware, everything has onions. So I'm going to go do that before I commit to my meal plan this week and tweak it, right? So you can do the same thing. Like, let's say you're going to do a Whole30. Maybe you're not going to do a Whole30. Maybe you just found out you have to be gluten-free. So look, you can choose gluten-free, and that's plenty of a change enough for some people, and then you're going to get a meal plan that's gluten-free. Some people have no clue how to figure this out, getting started with gluten-free, and it's so nice because they've done the work for you here. So everything that you find is going to be gluten-free, even if you get your meal plan and there's one or two things that you're not in love with, you can go over to the recipe box and swap things out. All right, so I just wanted to pop by because I think that most people today are winging it when it comes to their food, and it's backfiring on you. And so I just wanted to highlight that there's some really great tools and support out there to help you streamline this aspect of your life, because let's face it, food is important. And food is our fuel, and if our food is optimal and clean and healthy, we're going to feel a lot better, right? So getting this support is huge. So I highly recommend Real Plans. Check them out. And if you have questions, let me know, and I'll pop back with other videos for you. All right, guys. Hope this was helpful. Take care.